Okay, Coach. Well, we are about a $50 cab ride away from Midtown Manhattan at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the New England Patriots and the New York Jets. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Let's go. 8, read.
That's right, baby.
They'll run for the first time with Sony Michel. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
On second down, Michel, and he'll be brought down right around the 37.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll run it. This is Michel. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation. We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early. That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
They'll run it here. This is James White shedding the tackle, and he'll take it across midfield down into Jet territory. Give him 2 yards that time, and it's going to leave him with a 3rd and 11 situation.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
Let's go now. 30 base.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. Got his man. That's Harry. 17 yards there for the Patriots as they've got themselves a first down.
I don't believe that this opening drive is surprising to either one of us after the time we spent with the coaching staff and players prior to the game. What about you?
Absolutely. Not only that, but that big article in the paper this morning about their philosophy on starting games like your... And he fires one that's intercepted. Marcus May with a pick. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. Darnold going to lead the Jets up now, 1st and 10, just shy of the 30. Now Darnold escaping the pressure right. And this is incomplete.
No grounding call there. He had a receiver near the right sideline. It was pretty clear there. He just needed to get rid of that one.
And he did have a receiver in the area, but initially my view was obstructed, and I thought that was going to be grounding, but clearly the correct call made, and that is no call.
Is that why you threw your play sheet down? Is that why you did it? Was that the flag?
You can't be giving me up. I got a lot of issues up here in the booth. 1 yard, the official pickup there, so it's going to set up 3rd and 9. Darnold from the gun. Open man is Pettis. It's complete. And he gets this deep into Patriot territory. Big yardage that time for the Jets. 54 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Here's Darnold. Steps away to his left, and it's incomplete. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
Now a draw play. This is Bell, and he'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 14-yard line. Pretty good little two-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
Throwing here on 3rd down, Darnold. And the throw there going to be incomplete. The safety, Patrick Chung, got a hand in, knocked it away.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
Bullett's kick is good. And the Jets hit the board first. It's 3-0. In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
Bryant now, after hitting the field goal, gets set to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Pats at the line, ready to go. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
The throw complete to Dorsett, and he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. Got what he needed for the first down with a gain of 2.
I know the game's changed. A lot of people would say it's evolved. Look, I'm a little bit Neanderthal, okay? I love this. No exotic formations, no misdirection. Just line up and run the darn ball, pick up the first down. I love it.
Yeah, 3rd and short, that's what you're supposed to do. Like you said, old school, smash mouth football. Now a pass dropped off here for James White. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and that'll make this a 2nd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
That 1st down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. They'll run with Michel. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down. You mentioned very early on the need to establish a running game for this young QB. They really haven't been able to do that, though, in the first half.
So that means what in halftime? Adjustments time, right? Figure out what they are, figure out the things that they really want to accomplish, and who to run behind.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Avery Williamson. And they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 42. They'll start the drive with a carry by Bell. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Jets move the chains. They go play action here on 1st down. Got his man, Robbie Anderson. Right about 20 yards on the pickup. And officially, they'll say it's going to go for 19.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Here's Darnold. Caught here by Bell. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. 10 yards is the pickup, good enough for a Jet 1st down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Darnold from the red zone now. Flushed out right. Throw complete to Herndon. And here he'll get it down to the 7. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
That was a nice throw out there to the flat, but they defended that pretty well. The hope is to go ahead and put it on him so he can turn and get upfield and gain additional yardage. There just wasn't anywhere to go on that play.
And that'll get him halfway there as he takes it from the 6 to the 3-yard line. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the 1st down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. It'll wind up being a loss of 2, and that's going to make it 4th down. And Bullock will put this one through, and they're able to double their lead in this first half. It's 6-0. So scores on their first 2 possessions, but 6-0, so field goal is probably not what they were hoping for.
Yeah, you're exactly right about that. Not what they were hoping for, but they should be happy that they have points on the board. It almost feels like that old slow and steady wins the race, doesn't it? In this case, though, they want to be slow and steady now, but get explosive later and put the points up on the board.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit, like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week, not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
Here's 2nd and 8. He's got Lacoste as tight end. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
A Reminder coming up just a few minutes from now. We'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Quentin Williams able to drop him for a loss of 2, and that will bring up 4th down. The Patriots send out their punter. The speedster Dante Pettis back deep to return. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. Now this is fielded in the end zone. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Jets offense will be backed up to start this drive as they've got it 1st and 10. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And their 2 drives thus far both led to points, albeit both field goals, so the lead just 6-0, but the ability to move the ball is evident.
Well, that's, heartening, as they say, but it's not what they're about. What they're about is putting the ball in the end zone and putting 6s on the board. So if you're the offensive coordinator, you like what you're doing, but you don't love it. You've got to find a way to ring that bell. Then you can have a little self-satisfied grin. Right now, a little more determination is needed.
And he's got it complete to Anderson. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially.
Time 54. Mike 50. Lady. Get your swerve on. Right there. 54. Smooth. 54 Mike.
Darnold off the play fake to Bell. They'll let this go for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
It is tough to complete pass against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10.
Check 43. 22 jet bomber. 22 jet bomber. Hey, Alpha.
To the air again, Darnold. And that is incomplete. J.C. Jackson there defensively to knock it away.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed. To make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Here's the Jets punter now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line. That'll go down as just a 20-yard punt. And the Patriots take over. The Pats at the line, ready to go. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down.
And for the third time here this half, it's intercepted. Marcus May with a pick. And he's given his guys a shot for late points as they will take over in range for a field goal or maybe more. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Hey, man, watch the boot. No, check that. We want Mike to touch.
After the interception, here's Darnold. Open man is Robbie Anderson. And they move this all the way down to the 9. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
Check 52's the mark. It's a party now. It's a party now.
Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. Stepping up, he'll try and run. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. And now a timeout defensively after that first down play. So they're going to make this offense sweat out half number 1. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. From the left hash, he'll have to cut this at a tight angle. Bullock's kick is good. So a late turnover leads to a quick drive, and in turn that quick drive leads to 3 points.
So someone makes a mistake, but how about the other side learning from that mistake, taking care of the ball, and making sure they put some points on the board? Well done.
This will be fielded at the 6. So we come upon halftime with 9 points separating these two teams. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach! And the Jets set to receive this third quarter kickoff, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in the second half. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you turn.
Under pressure now, Darnold, and he goes down. Kyle Van Noy just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. Throwing on 2nd and long. Darnold looking to complete it to Pettis, and he's got him. 39 yards the distance covered on the catch and run.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty excited about. The big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big gain. A gain of 3, 2nd down. Again, it's Bell. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and no more. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. They'll need to get it to the 30 for a first. This is 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's a give to Bell. And they'll get him down at about the 37, well short of the first. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
So put another 3 on the board. All things considered, a good opening drive to begin the third quarter.
And as a defense, the way that this game is going, you're excited to see those points go on the board. Gives them a little bit of leeway to play with when they're out on the field, but they're real excited to see their offense score. Now they get to go out there and do their part.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And his throw here's incomplete. N'Keal Harry was the intended target, but it'll be second down. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. First down, here's Wright. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. So after the run for no gain, here's second and 10.
Let's get off the field, D. Let's get off the field, D.
From the gun, Herbert. That's complete to White. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and that'll bring up a third down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
14 yards is the pickup there and a New England first down. So in Jet territory now. Here's first and 10 at the 41.
Hey! Let's go! Let's go! Get
They go with White on the counter. And he is going to lose yardage here. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. They stay on the ground with White. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 13. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Herbert. This is Johnson. He's got it. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. This quarterback now, 5 straight completions here in this second half. First and 10. They'll try the right side here with White. And they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play. Looking to throw on second down. Herbert. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the gun, Herbert. And an alley to run. And he nearly got the first himself, but it appears he's going to be about a yard or 2 short. Able to pick up a dozen yards, but they needed more. 4th down. I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this 3rd quarter as he'll go for it on 4th down. Looking to throw. Herbert, he's got White here. And now this is going to depend on the spot. And they say he's just short. So they finally get their first trip to the red zone, and it ends with nothing.
And that's what I'm going to focus on with you because you teed it up really well. Finally get to the red zone. So there's got to be a little bit of frustration because they haven't moved the ball as well as they wanted to all game. Now they get there, but we got to go for it because we don't know if we can get back here again. We don't know how many opportunities because they've been sputtering a little bit.
Absolutely. At this stage in the second half, to get there and not get it for the first time, tough. On 1st and 10, Darnold. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. He was trying to find his tight end, Chris Herndon. That'll bring up second down.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
On second down, it's Bell. He only got a couple on that one, so not a ton of help. They'll have a 3rd and 8 forthcoming.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
The Jets on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 8. The shotgun snap for Darnold. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Dietrich Wise able to get him down for a loss of 11, and it brings up 4th down. Here's the Jets punter now, standing about a yard deep in his own end zone. Take it at the 37. 47-yard punt, a return of 4. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And you're still in this game. I mean, yeah, you haven't scored. Offense obviously has struggled, but you're only 2 scores down, so all hope not lost.
Not at all, because we're talking about the NFL, and teams can score fast in this league. Quick strikes, you're right back in it. You're exactly right. Keeping hope alive.
This quarterback now, a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. Back to throw. Herbert. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit. And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach... Rush coming, and he's taken down. Danny Shelton muscles his way in for the sack. Well, you don't usually get a sack from a nose tackle spot, but we got one there.
No, we don't, and a lot of the times in passing situations, they end up off the field anyway. So how happy was he to work his way back to the quarterback and put him on the ground? He's going to end up with a nickname after something like that, some Big Jelly or something like that.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. 3rd and long, it's Darnold. And that is incomplete. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them, because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window? And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Quentin Williams able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening. Operating from the gun, Herbert. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. New England on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Looking to throw. Herbert buying time to his left. And that will be incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. Rolling to his right. Now on the run. He'll throw it back deep over the middle. That's caught inside the 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. Philip Dorsett, his first touchdown on the year, as his guys are back within a single score.
No, we're not cheering. No, we're not rooting, but I am excited about this, and I know you are too. We got a ball game again after that big-time strike.
Big-time strike, and you are right. Don't go anywhere yet. This thing's not done. Gostkowski with the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Right now clinging to a one-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays that are going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first downs. And the goal, end the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on second down. They'll go again with Bell. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. Le'Veon Bell, it's a foot race, and he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Le'Veon Bell, his third touchdown now on the year, and the Jets will extend their lead. That's a pretty quick response to that last touchdown drive, and it seemed like they may be giving up momentum, and not so fast.
No, not at all, because they end up pushing the lead up once again, and you're exactly right. Thought momentum might have been shifting. Instead, they grabbed old Mo, didn't let him get to the opposite sideline.
And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
Got it.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you score points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
It's a gain of 22 as we tick towards the 2-minute warning. They'll run on first down. White. Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Patriots with the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now a pass hauled in downfield. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. Now the Patriots will use the second of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. On 1st and 10, Herbert nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Credit that sack to Dante Fowler Jr. First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. The Patriots will take their 3rd and final timeout as they'll get it with just a shade under a minute to go in the game. They need to reverse the trend. The last 2 plays have gone backwards. Now it's 3rd and goal. From the gun, Herbert. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by the linebacker, C.J. Mosley. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? As the scouting report
nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Brandon, more often than not, you'd say they've had his number, and we can count them up so far. 1, 2, 3, 4 sacks given up. But guess what? He's still been able to make some plays, and right now they have a lead.
On 2nd down, It's Bell, and from the 15, they're able to work this up to the 20 for a pickup of a handful. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for...
Blitz coming, and down he goes. So it's a victory here for the New York Jets, and it was their defense that really paved the way to this victory as they allowed the one touchdown, and that was all she wrote.
Almost want to do the defense chant right now, right? Defense with a couple of claps in there, but no one wants to hear that from me. Let's just talk about how they got it done, though. When you take care of every aspect of the game, shut down the run, control the airways, right? Make sure the quarterback is harassed. This type of performance you get. They can't fashion together any offense, no consistency, and they just took control.
So further